Small submission. Memo on that. We are for petitioner in this case, my lordship. WP 370 of 23, my lord. We have challenged the order dated 19/10/2023 and 5/1/2024. The respondent have filed for the alteration, like modification of the order, my lord. The munche ivribru like mutual idr mele divorce tonirdare. Adರಲ್ಲಿ they have mentioned that some clauses settlement ಎಲ್ಲ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ settlement modification ಗೋಸ್ಕರ respondent he has filed the petition, my lord. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ stage of cross of PW1 two times he has not appeared in front of the court. At the third stage, the cross has been taken as nil. In regard to that, we have filed the application, my lordship, for recall. In that case, my lord, the honorable court has ordered that the travelling expenses, which is 1,50,000 of the respondent, should be paid by the petitioner, which is not that the order we have challenged in this WP, my lord. We kindly put up for tomorrow, my lord, because hearing, my lordship.
2024, 23 order, 24 writ petition. Why should it be tomorrow? Court will take it up at its convenience. Give it to the court officer. Look at it and any day. Yes.
Much.
Serial number 21. Serial number 21. 21. The matter settled outside court. Filing a memo.
The memo is filed seeking to withdraw the petition, stating that the matter is already settled between the parties. Memo is filed stating that the matter is already, the disputes between the parties are amicably settled and the petitioner wants to withdraw the writ petition. Dismissed as withdrawn. Yes.
Obliged.
Seven, madam.
47.
I'm for respondent, madam. I face a week's time may be given, madam.
Why?
I was misplaced, madam.
2022 matter.
I applied for certified copy, madam. Week's time may be given, madam.
I will inform the petitioner counsel.
I will inform, madam.
No, will inform. It has to be, you must have informed. Yes, we'll call it, then you can ask for an adjournment.
Please.
Yes.
My lord, serial number 62, my lord. The respondent is served, my lord. He has not filed wakalat, my lord. He has not filed wakalat.
So we'll hear the matter and pass orders.
Please.
Yes.
My lord, serial number 63, my lord, that is the chamber matter. May I have it today by 5 o'clock, my lord, because children will be back by school by 2 o'clock, my lord. Grateful, my lord.
One matter of being spoken. There are connected matter. One matter negligence on the 50/50 both the insurance. Another judgment only 50% is
Tomorrow.
that has to be mine.
Tomorrow. If it can be done in the chamber, we'll do it.
It can be. Pradeep and myself is the opposite counsel.
We'll do it. You have given the reasons for being
Only
spoken to.
50%. both the vehicle are chassited, tribunal has awarded the 50-50 against him. But while in the award, para, I have mentioned the para, where it has to be corrected.
Chamber will do it. Yes.
My lords, I appeal for the respondent. My lords, my apologies, my lords. This would be the nth time that we are seeking an adjournment together. My lords, the reason is, my lords, there is no possibility of reconciliation between the husband and wife. But then, my lords, there is a daughter, my lords, who is of marriageable age. So the intention, my lords, is that there has to be some sort of reconciliation between the daughter and the father at least. That is the attempt that is being made. So that both proceedings can be given a quietus, my lords. There is a proceeding for restitution at Hubli, restitution of conjugal rights.
How much time it takes?
My lords, a fortnight, my lords, 2 weeks. If my lords were to give us, we'll somehow try to give a quietus to this.
This matter on 28th of August. No further time will be granted.
Very well.
On the day. List is under the same caption.
Grateful, grateful.
So-
Yes.
Hearing on behalf of the petitioner, my lord.
Appeal for respondent, my lord, kindly pass over the matter.
What is this?
My lord, kindly pass over the.
I
senior
request
will
my
argue.
lords to,
Passover it will be. I'm sorry.
My lord, kindly
Please come.
pass over the matter, my lord. My
Huh?
senior will argue the matter, my lord.
What is that?
Some other court, my lord, senior.
How many times shall I read the docket? How many times order sheet shall I read? How many times you sought for Passover? How many times you sought for
My lord,
adjournment?
ready, my lord, kindly have it at 2:30, pass over.
By
my lord.
2:30, every day court will have to give you that priority of 2:30.
Apologies.
There are so many matters at 2:30.
I apologize
Court
for
can accommodate at once. How many times I have to hear the matter and again I have to refresh, wasting court's time, again waste the time. Heard the learned counsel for the petitioner. There is no representation on behalf of the respondent. List this matter on 37 as part heard. At the request of learned counsel for the respondent, list this matter on 25/7.
I apologize, my lord, kindly pass over. Ready, my lord, today. We'll argue the matter.
Today I'll impose exemplary cause.
Yeah,
If by
ready.
2:30 your senior is not here. First matter, how can somebody ask for Passover? Yes. This matter came up before it's a RPFC of 2019. On 13/2/2024, there was no representation. Again, on 11/9/2024, no representation. 12/11/2024, the matter was called twice, no representation. Then later, thereafter, the matter listed on 21/7. Even on 21/7 also, there is no representation on behalf of either of the parties. Hence, the matter is directed to be listed today under the caption dismissal. Today also, there is no representation. It appears that both the parties are not interested to pursue the matter. Dismissed for non-prosecution. Yes.
Appearing for the petitioner, Your Worship.
Yes.
Well, there is a delay of more than 300 years in filing the petition.
It's
I've-
filed by husband. Yes.
Yes,
Please come to the IA for condemnation. What did you say in support of that unknown delay petition? Which page number is your affidavit?
116, Your Worship.
Huh?
116.
Please read the reasons.
Your Worship.
Read the reasons, paragraph number 3. Date of order is
16/10/2021, Your Worship.
16
10/20/21.
When is this RPFC filed?
2023, Your Lordship.
24/4/2023. Let's see, what was the reason for not filing?
Firstly, Your Lordship, he was not keeping well, Your Lordship. He was suffering from ill health and he was also
What
financially.
is his age? Age of the petitioner?
57, Your Lordship.
Hmm.
At present, he is 59 years.
How many days? 300 and?
315, my lord.
315, Your Lordship.
At least one reasonable cause in the petition to condone this delay. You say, she filed an execution, I'm appearing before the executing court. That's not the reason for you not to file a, question that order, which is passed in 21. You just a vague statement because of ill health. And what is that?
Ill health, my
No,
lord.
could not able to contact my advocate at Bangalore. Why? What is the ill health?
Oh, Your Lordship, he was not keeping well. He was not able to.
No. That's for the client to say, what is the ill health? For what reason he was not able to come before the court? And as you know, 300 and odd days of delay
Yes.
cannot be condoned just like that unless and until you make out a ground. And the affidavit, looking at this affidavit, court cannot condone the delay.
Your Lordship, there was one more reason that he was not able to financially pay the opposite party, Your Lordship. He was under so many check bounce cases. He was the complainant in those check bounce cases, Your Lordship. He
All
was
this you
running
will
a
not
business.
understand from your arguments, you will understand this from the affidavit.
Yes, Your Lordship. Your Lordship, we have been prompt. We have
Could
also
be,
made
there is a
payment.
limitation is prescribed for a purpose,
Yes,
because
sir.
there should be an end to the litigation. And when you're coming with delay, there should be some reason. It is not that it is not in your notice. You contested the matter. You are contesting the execution.
Yes.
And suddenly one fine day, you realize that I'll file this RPSC. Why you have not contested, why you have not preferred an appeal at the earliest point of time? No reason.
He was not suggested properly, Your Lordship. The meantime, when he approached us, that is when he came to know.
Please come.
Your Lordship.
Will not entertain. Please come. Agreed with the order passed in.
Your Lordship may kindly consider, Your Lordship. He is being prompt in making payments, Your Lordship. Your Lordship has also directed for the payment.
That's not the reason for filing the RPFC. On the merits of it altogether different. If this is a way, like, you contest the execution and for years you contest it and suddenly you come and file, there should be a reason. That's not the reason. A person who is able to contest the execution is not able to prefer a revision against that order.
Your Lordship, at that moment when he was supposed to contest the execution case, he was not financially in sound state.
Where from you infer? Is it a reason? For filing RPFC, what is that financial implication that is?
Your Lordship, warrant was also issued against him. Subsequently, he filed RPFC, Your Lordship. That is when we filed for the application for
So
stay.
when the execution takes, then it's not the time for filing RPFC.
We also approached the trial court, Your
Please
Lordship. We also
understand.
tried to make payments.
At best, what I can do is I can adjourn this matter to tomorrow. You can tell your client that the court is not entertaining. Then we will dismiss it tomorrow.
Your
Yes.
Lordship.
Tomorrow, at the request of counsel for the petitioner. Yes. This is an RPFC of the year 2023. When the matter came upon 18/7/2025, as there is no representation, this matter is directed to be listed today. For dismissal today also, there's no representation. It appears that the count not interested to pursue the matter. Accordingly, dismissed for non-prosecution. Earlier matter 4, delete from the caption dismissal. Yes, next.
On the last occasion, Your Lordship had directed me to file a affidavit to the party. I have filed the affidavit. My lord. I've also produced the documents to show which are the property which has sold and what is the value of that. I filed it on court.
First, let me look at the earlier order.
Lakshmi?
The petitioner husband shall file an affidavit responding to all the documents that are placed before the court by the wife and in support of his contention, whatever the documents is referring to or the transaction that are referred to. He shall file an affidavit before. If there is any suppression or misrepresentation of fact, this court will initiate the perjury proceedings against the husband and will also dismiss the petition with exemplary cause. Now, where is this affidavit?
Not, I filed it on 1st August, my lord.
When did you file?
1st August, my lord. Filed in the counter. Lord, primarily, my lord, their allegations are that they have scouted something on the internet on assumption and surmises. They had made certain submissions, not one an affidavit. It's also not a contention that this is what it is. That oral arguments were made that we have suppressed the information. But I have produced on document, my lord, the.
First of all, what is his submission about that business?
Business, my lord. So far as the business is concerned, he has invested only $300,000 as I've stated in the first affidavit. There are 3 businesses jointly in the name of Deepika and himself. So I have also produced a document which shows that what is their sharing on the that business, my lord.
Who is Deepika?
Deepika is another partner in this business. According to them, they say she's my girlfriend. I have an apartment which both of us, a house which we also jointly invested. But so far as that business
you have purchased a house jointly with your partner. Yes.
Now, page number 47 is their business. Not in the, so far as the business, my lord, I have stated in paragraph.
So as per this document at page number 47, what is the sharing?
75% is in her name, 25% is in my name, my lord.
75% in her name.
Her name and
25% is in name.
My
so
name.
there are 3 businesses.
I have invested in only 1. She is invested in 2. Paragraph 8 I have filed in my affidavit, my lord. Paragraph 8 of the affidavit, page number 3 of the affidavit.
So according to you, only in one, what is that? One established.
First, I took this franchise and then to see how it is going, another 2 came up for sale, which she has purchased. She has invested in that money. In those businesses, she has invested.
And you have nothing to do with the other 2.
It is a joint partnership that is there, my lord. In the partnership, it is
So
there.
you
Her
have-
investment, so far as to say that I have invested, that is the contention.
No, that's not about the investment. According to you, you are not having any money. You are letting your bedroom, whatever the one room in the house.
My lord, the situation was in 2023 when I
You filed the
started.
affidavit in 2025.
Please, my lord, in 23 when I filed the petition, that was the condition I was.
Well, even today, that's what you said.
No, my lord, I have said that one house even still continues today. This business does not
No,
make.
you said, I have no other income. My business to get any profit or any income from that, it takes some time, number 1. Number 2, what was stated is that he is lending his, he is renting his cars, he is
Car
renting
has
his
stopped,
house.
my lord. Car has stopped.
Car now because he said something.
Accident
So the-
happened and so he's not doing.
So a
yes.
person with 3 franchises and 25% of the share in 3 franchises is in a position, now he is letting his house for a paying guest.
One
or-
room in the
One
house
room
which
for
he
a
is
paying
staying.
guest.
One
And,
room,
and that house is in the joint name of both.
both of them.
And that lady is like, who is 75% shareholder, who is also equal partner in the house. Now they're letting 1 bedroom in that house, 1 room, whatever it is. Yes. So let's look. I've seen this.
My lord, at page 48, this is the 47 and 48. Lord, certain marks have been certain numbers, that is the registration numbers has been redacted. I have the original. If your lordship wants to, I'll place.
So
it to you.
2024, page number 48.
Please,
He
my lord.
speaks about profit ending.
Please, my lord. It's
Loss
showing as
ending,
losses, my
Capital
lord.
ending.
Losses.
Hmm. Current year net income. Loss.
Loss, my lord.
Ending capital account. Hmm.
That
So
is-
this is pertaining to the first
That
franchise.
is the 75% holder. So far as 25% holder is at 49. His name is mentioned there, my lord, at F, column number F, his name is there. Column number F on this side is her name is there. Now this 25% is showing there, that is the loss that is
Where
there.
from like there won't be any, this is all available on the website of their return of partnership income.
This
Department
they
of the
have filed it, my
Treasury,
lord. This has to be filed.
Internal Revenue Service.
This we have to file it, my lord. Income tax we have to file.
What is it, 2024, there is something all paid prepare use only something,
Regular,
all the
sir?
names are all some block, this thing you find.
I will show the original to your lordships, my lord.
Okay.
The reasons why we have not done is that she will go attack those people. The names of the person that has been, that is the chartered accountant's name and their numbers. Social security number has been masked, both the social security number, because we want to safeguard, he wants to safeguard his own interests. Already she's gone and attacked once in Bangalore itself when it was there. Secondly, when she, after he's gone to America, she has gone and approached the embassy to say that my husband is not paying any maintenance, etc. And he was losing his own citizenship, so also the child's. Therefore, I had to rush to file the case in this honorable court, my lord. I have the originals where it is not masked. If your lordship would like to place, I'll place it. And request confidentiality, my lord. So far
So
as
now
this,
what we'll do is we'll read your affidavit.
please, my lord.
From the beginning, we'll read.
Please, my lord.
Para 3.
I had invested in properties from the savings that I could make from my earnings. I had invested in properties were admittedly sold and had reinvested them in other properties. I have not suppressed any information as alleged in my assets and liabilities. I have mentioned the properties that I own and the ones I have sold. I have sold the apartment in Bangalore and the sale consideration was 4 crores 20 lakh. True copy of the sale deed is produced at document number 1. I had to pay 2% brokerage and other incidental expenses for the sale of this property. With regard to the agriculture land in Tamil Nadu, I sold this property for a sum of 2 crores. True copy of the sale deed is and the English translation and agreement of the sale of standing trees dated 7/3 RER will produce in document 2 to 4. Since I could not immediately trace these documents, I had stated the amount which I could recollect. The error in my previous affidavit is regretted. I apologize for the mistake. I incurred expense of 14 lakhs towards brokerage and payments to the farm workers and other incidental expenses. Some properties not belonging to me are being produced, which to the knowledge of the respondent is also not correct. The respondent is sourcing information online, is making violent basis allegations against me and is harassing me. I don't own property bearing number 11151 Yellow Leaf Bay. It was submitted by the counsel of the respondent that Ms. Deepika Chopra got this property as alimony from her ex-husband and that I purchased this property. The allegations are false. I have not purchased this property. This property was in joint names of Deepika Chopra and her former husband, Mr. So-and-so. Upon divorce, the spouses divided the asset. The house was apportioned to Ms. Deepika Chopra. Husband took some other assets. This Yellow Leaf Way house was mortgaged and the loan was repaid by Ms. Deepika Chopra alone. She is the owner of the property even to this date. Ms. Deepika Chopra has created an assignment of beneficial interest and made me a trustee with an understanding that this should be handed over to her 2 children. I have not purchased this property as alleged. Since this document does not pertain to my assets, I am not producing document. If this honorable court requires, I am prepared to produce this before this honorable court to request to keep this information confidential as it pertains to another person's property. Ms. Deepika Chopra is very successful professional employed with top tier companies in USA for over 30 years and has substantial income and assets. She does not depend on me to buy her anything as alleged to the respondent. It's true that I have a bank account in India and the rent from the property in India was credited to this account at ICICI Bank. Any payments to be made in India, for example, property tax or purchases made in India or payments to be made in Indian rupees, it's to be made through this account. Ms. Deepika Chopra has made purchases online. Payment in rupees were made from my account and she has repaid this amount to me. This is only a matter of convenience between Ms. Deepika Chopra and me. I make the payments on behalf of my daughters for online expenses in India from this account. In fact, in the moment of my crisis, Ms. Deepika Chopra is helping me with everything I need to support myself and my children. With regards to Post-Lennox franchise, this investment is made jointly by me and Ms. Deepika Chopra. Ms. Deepika has invested 75% share and my share is 25%. As stated earlier, stated is a spelling mistake. I have invested in one franchise and paid money for this new franchise. Ms. Deepika purchased one franchise in August 2024, another one recently on 30th June 2025. For these 2 units, Ms. Deepika Chopra has made the payments and not me. though all locations are under the same company name. The video produced on behalf of the respondent also mentions only 2 places, as the third unit was purchased by Ms. Deepika Chopra very recently. Once a business starts, we need to invest money for advertising and promotion. Diwali sponsor was for $250 and for some free services in Indian community. So people do utilize our postal service. For any business to grow, the company must spend on advertising, campaign, sponsors, etc. In addition, when new units were purchased, we must replace and spruce up the place. Recently, the air conditioning had to be replaced and this costed $14,000. There are many other such incidental expenses like this when it happens on regular basis. As mentioned earlier, there is no income from this business. It is at loss. True copy of the tax statement are herewith produced as document number 5. Since respondent is in habit of approaching authorities and professional harassing them and me, I have redacted certain information in this document. However, I'm willing to place a clear copy if this court requires me to produce and with the request to keep the same confidential. Allegation that I'm not paying maintenance to the respondent and I'm spending on others is totally false. I have provided a good place to respondent's residence in central Bangalore at Wilson Garden near Lal Bagh, which he please can fetch good rental to 60,000, 60 to 80,000 per month. I was paying maintenance to the respondent even before the family court passed order. Thereafter, I paid rupees 80,000 rupees to my wife as ordered by the family court till this honorable court granted me interim order. Even now, I am paying the maintenance 40,000 of the rental amount I used to receive from the apartment at Shobha Amethyst, which is in the joint name of the respondent at Bangalore, and joint names of himself and respondent. The tenant has vacated the premises. I'm no longer getting any rental. Ms. Seema Gupta, respondent, has taken the keys to this apartment. The statement of ICICI Bank is able to produce document number 6. Perusal of this document reveals that I'm not getting any rental income from this property. Thus, the respondent is in possession of 2 properties in Bangalore. The respondent resides in one apartment and she can lease the other, and this can meet her maintenance needs. I'm not spending on Ms. Deepika as she's gainfully employed, and in fact, she's supporting me since I lost the job. Though I lost my job in November 2022, I continue to support my 2 daughters' education, other needs as and when the need arises and as they request me. I have some savings with me which I'm using to support myself, my daughters.
I've seen the.
Please, my lord. My lord, the fact remains, my lord, is that their allegations are I'm suppressing and I'm not paying anything, but I'm paying for everybody else. For whom am I paying? I'm paying for my wife, whatever this honorable court had directed me to pay. And when I lost my job, in November 2022, I lost my job. And thereafter, I was constrained to sell the property. But those properties were my savings, which I had made from my earnings and what I had invested in the properties. Now I have sold that because they were investment for my rainy days. Now I do not have any job. I'm trying for a job, I could not. I tried to get into a real estate business, I could not get any foothold there. I had to do my course, pass the examination. I gave up that attempt which I made. Many companies' name. Last occasion, I had filed an affidavit to say which are the companies which are running or which are not running, which are not in my name, and why they were created. And I had created that only for the purpose of start doing that business. That business stopped. Now the only thing that which I have is I rent a room. I have this postal annex franchise is there. From the
how you're getting that? Who is transferring that amount? They must be doing a bank transfer. Just renting the room, getting the money.
It's there in the bank. It's there in the bank statements.
Every month, you even know as of now you're getting it.
One room is being rented, Mel.
That's what for that.
The car, yes, it is there in the bank statements that are there. Even the car which is coming, the amount that you have paid, it is there in the bank statement, Mel. As and when the payments.
So even in the latest statement also that whoever is you to whomsoever you're letting, they're paying.
They're paying.
That is reflected in your account.
It is reflected as of today, my lord. 2023 is what the bank statement have produced. It is still being paid. That is the affidavit is also paid. In the previous affidavit, that is the only one. Car has stopped. That's that rental. Bangalore apartment 1 rental. I was getting 30,000 rupees. It's increased to 40,000 rupees. Now, when this tenant vacated, I had to return their money back, and I had to the advance amount, and I had to re-rent it. Now she has taken possession of the property. Now, if she rents that property, she will get the maintenance amount. Lord, the whole question now, my lord, is what is the amount that, what is the need of the respondent, and what are her, what is she asking for? Now, what are her dependents? Is she paying for the child? My lord, all these years I've supported her. I've supported my daughters. Even after they are major, I'm continuing to support them as and when they require any need or help from me. Whereas the children would go, my lord. Now in America, transportation is a big problem. There's no proper public transport is not there. Both the daughters required a car. The first one was working, so I bought a car. Half the amount I paid, the rest of the amount she's paying on, it's on loan.
What
The sec-
happened, divorce is pending.
Divorce is pending. Lord, all that I would make a request, my lord, is that let this amount, I'll continue to pay 40,000 rupees, or the apartment she has leased. So if that leased apartment, if she
Where will
continues,
she stay? She will
She has-
lease out the apartment and.
there are two apartments in Bangalore, my lord. One she is staying, Wilson Garden, she is staying. Now, the other apartment, which I used to lease and I would get rental, I used to get 30, when I filed the affidavit, assets and liabilities, it was 30,000, thereafter it became 40,000. I produced the bank account of the recent bank account from January to June, only to show I was getting 40,000 rupees as rental, and that is the amount I used to transfer for her maintenance. Now that has also stopped because she has taken the keys. Now, if she rents
What
that,
was the amount granted by the court?
80,000 rupees, my lord.
Hmm.
After I lost the job, I said I cannot pay. In fact, my lord, I had made, when I filed the objections to the maintenance of petition application, I said her needs are 40 to 50,000 rupees. I am ready to pay that amount. I'll continue to pay that amount, my lord. Let there be an inquiry regarding alimony. If she's asking for alimony, then let there be an inquiry, my lord. Now, one sentence, one document will be taken. Now she is paying this amount, he is paying this, but she's purchasing this amount. He has money to pay for this and that. All this can be put to the witness in the witness box, my lord. And when the evidence is led, then all these aspects can be clarified. The point I'm saying is, I'm not saying I'm not going to pay any maintenance. I do not have any means that's coming in now. Yet I'm ready to pay. I've also stated what is the amount I have from the sale of the properties in Bangalore. What is the amount that I have and how much I can.
You have sold the apartment in the year
2022 and 23.
22, you have sold the apartment. With that, whatever sale proceeds you got, you invested in the company, one franchise. Then after that, another two franchises. And from
Only one
20
franchise, $300,000. In the earlier affidavit I have filed, in the previous affidavit I have stated, my lord, what is
No,
that?
under
amount
the
that I
same name, another two franchises you have taken.
There are
So like in that, they are running in losses from the last 3 years.
1 million, 1 year, 1 year. It's commenced only recently. It's not 3 years. I have
So if
sold
it is
that-
not, if it is running in losses, why anybody will take up another two?
My lord, one I have taken, I have invested. I'm with the hope that it will do business in the near future. It's a postal franchise. Today, everything is dependent on this postal or in home delivery, etc. So I'm hoping that is a business that I can do. Lord, if I could get a job, I would get back to a job. At my age, 55 plus, I will not get a job in a regular job. As it is, I was working in a startup company.
Till when you were in India?
2013, 15, well, 15. I moved there in 15. 9 years I worked in USA in a regular company.
Why the wife is in India? You left. She came to India or what?
We were all here. I had a job in America. My daughter wanted to study MBBS. She wanted to study there. With Indian salary, I cannot support her to study. So I took up.
So now the complete wife is left here and you are completely settled there.
I went there. I took up this job there and I started working. Then daughter came there. The second daughter came there. And that's how we are there, man.
Just what do you say?
To begin, my lords, I'm shocked with the conduct of the petitioner herein, who is trying to question the integrity of this entire judicial system. I want to produce one document before your lords. This is not a document from the assets and liabilities itself. I've pulled out the summary. I'm serving the copy.
Only request that given it earlier, at least I would have gone.
She served me on Saturday. Yesterday night and today morning I've made the statement, and this is from her own assets and liabilities. It's not something strange that I've got.
Yes.
Two things that, my lords, like I mentioned, facts of the case before this honorable court. The parties married.
Every time you want to take Geeta Devi by.
They served me only Saturday, my lords.
So you want to surprise her on every hearing?
No,
with
this is
some
completely
document or
from
the
her
other.
own assets and liabilities. It's not anything new.
Yes.
I've pulled out the statements from her own assets and liabilities and affidavit. My lords, like I mentioned to your lordships, in 92 they got married. They were having a very good marital life until 2010. He gets in touch with his girlfriend from college, with whom he is living now. The paramour that he gets in touch starts going to she lives in the US. Even at that point of time, her divorce proceedings were going on. She was living in the US along with her husband and children. He gets in touch with her.
And then for whatever reason, he starts moving to US. So the same company that he was working in India, he took the job in the US from the same company and started going to the US and coming. So he used to go 6 months there and then live here in 6 months. Until 2015, nothing was known to his wife here. Once when she got to know about these activities, because his passport showed multiple travels to different countries and different visas which he had not disclosed to her. And one fine day when in 2015 she found the passport, it had multiple entries and multiple visas. That's when confrontation happened and the daughters found out that he was talking to some women and giggling to glory in the nights when he used to be in India. And when confrontations happened, that's when he moved completely to US. He was paying maintenance at that point of time about 2 lakhs. And then abruptly he stops in 2017. And then again he reduces in 2017. And by then she moves to the US. The wife files a complaint, files a alimony, permanent alimony and divorce in the US. He doesn't take the summons. And then he says before the court in the US that this is a matter that is to be tried in the courts in India. This court has no jurisdiction to grant any alimony or grant any maintenance.
Just moved the US court for divorce.
Yeah, the respondent herein. She moved to the US court for divorce and maintenance and permanent alimony. Then he obtained an order, which was an interim order, which I have also annexed before your lordships. And they said, okay, Indian courts are having proper jurisdiction to try this matter. Then he files divorce here, and thereafter she also files for divorce here. In his petition, this maintenance application is filed.
She is seeking divorce on what ground? On adultery?
On adultery, my lords. In fact,
and he is seeking?
He is seeking on grounds of cruelty. In fact, my lords, in adultery, your lordships wouldn't believe it's been 7 years and we are unable to serve notice to respondent number 2, who's the same Deepika Chopra living in the same house. All through his affidavit, he says that she's living. Humpty number of airmails have gone, emails have gone, but emails is not responded and none of the airmails are delivered. And he claims that he lives in that house and he acknowledges that she lives along with him. Not one airmail has been delivered. That's the conduct of the party herein. I want to show, already I've run through all the documents which I have produced and there, my lords. There's one document that they have produced before your lords. Kindly look into the counter affidavit your lordships had read already. May I humbly request your lords to kindly take page 8, which is the sale deed pertaining to Amar Kumar Chaudhary. His statement in the affidavit here, para 4, that I have paid 2% of brokerage. He hasn't produced any document to state so. 4 crore 20 lakhs. I would want to bring it to the knowledge of this court. It is the same person who was a tenant of that premises until the day of the sale deed. He is not some random third party, someone found, some broker found, nothing. He was a tenant in that premises and he has purchased the property. And I would show your lords that document in his assets and liabilities, the transactions of the rents which is received, which will themselves reflect that he was the tenant. If your lords may kindly have, I'll only show 1 or 2 transactions of the rent to show this is the same person. Your lords may kindly have page 112 of their assets and liabilities. 113 is the transaction dated 7/11/2022. Yes, my lords, 113. If your lords may kindly have 113. Their assets and liabilities, my lords. It's an ICICI bank statement.
No. It appears some document, some sale deed.
A sale deed and all, I think probably that is my document, my lords, my assets and liabilities or my list of documents. Their assets and liabilities, which is filed on 17/8/76
in the other case, my lord, in 21376. Next.
Page number?
113, your lords. Transaction dated 7/11/2022, your lords. Rent, November, Espana. This is monthly Espana's rent. Amar Kumar Chaudhary. I can show another rent transaction of the same person on the following page at 115. Your lots will have a transaction dated 5/12/2022. Rent, December, Amar Kumar Chaudhary. And my lords, kindly look into the transaction just above that also. On 5/12/2022, there are two transactions. One of 35 lakhs, which is an advance payment which he does for this property, which he is buying in December 2022 of 35 lakhs, and the rent of the previous month, which he is paying 68,800. And again, a false statement is made that I have paid 2% as interest. Your lords may kindly take the next document that they have submitted along with this counter affidavit. Even though the Tamil version has multiple other pages, somehow they have felt it is not required, and therefore they have not translated the following pages, which are of 33, 34, 35, and 36 and 37. So they've translated the main sale deed alone. Your lords may kindly have the translated version, which starts from 38. The sale is executed on 22nd February 2023 in favor of 3 people, and none of these 3 people are related to each other because their son off also don't match and their addresses also don't match. These are 3 separate individuals who have picked it up. Your lords will have, this is through a power of attorney, and the power of attorney was done, if your lordship sees, one Mr. Praveen Vittal Kakade. He's executed this based on a power of attorney which was executed on 23/11/2022 by Sanjay Gupta. On page 40 at the bottom, my lords, page 40 at the bottom, whereas the vendor of the first party, in order to meet his family expenses and to purchase other immovable properties and to discharge her sundry debts, and agreed to sell the schedule mentioned properties to the purchaser, to other part of the purchasers, or of the other part agreed to purchase the same for a sale consideration of rupees 35 lakhs from the vendor by way of cash. This 35 lakhs is paid by way of cash. Now, my lords, kindly look into the schedule of the property. At page 4, directly your lords may come to page 43. All that piece and parcel of agricultural land situated thereon in survey number 317/1, dry extent. This is not a wetland, or it's not a land which is cultivated. Kindly look into it, my lords. Dry extent, hectare 4, so and so, out of an extent of acre 9.84 and a half cents. Now subdivided into so and so, dry extent hectare 3.99. Full extent 9 acres, 84 and a half cents as per patta number so and so, along with mud well with 10 HP electric motor pump set with electric installations in service connection number so and so. 10 acres property, they claim that they sold it only for 35 lakhs and for these 3 people. Now, my lords, the worth of the property is way more. This is a white transaction that they showed, but he needed white money as well for his businesses in the US. So kindly see what he's done. At page 44 is an agreement for sale of standing trees. My lords, that's a dry land. And the amount for the standing trees, which this is a notarized document. This is not a registered document. It's just a notarized document. Kindly see at page 46 para 2. Whereas the second party has agreed, has paid a sum of rupees 1,65 lakhs for standing trees, just to evade taxes, just to evade stamp duties, because of the agricultural produce and agricultural standing trees. 1,65 lakhs, how they have paid? By way of online transfer, also by way of cash.
Where do you get that?
My lords, page 46,
Way of online
para
transfer
2,
and also
yeah.
by way of cash.
To the first party towards consideration for standing trees in the scheduled property which were planted, development and maintained on the scheduled property from 2011 to 2023. Whereas the first party has received the said sum from the second party in the presence of so and so. Interestingly, my lords, the land gets sold, as I mentioned to your lordships, on 22nd February. This agreement for sale of standing trees is executed on 7th day of March 2023. Almost 15 days later. You have given the position of standing trees.
Yes.
But for the standing trees, a transaction is done after 15 days. Kindly look into the document my learned friend has produced at page 47. On the right top, my lords, it speaks about form 1065. So, my lords, there are multiple forms in the US. They don't have one income tax returns. So they have form 1040, which is a individual tax, and form 1065 relating to partnerships. So your lordships had specifically directed him to file fresh assets and liabilities with all details of sales of transactions of all partnerships that I am claiming that he is having. Postal Link is just one of the partnership that I claim that he's having. Other than that, I have produced before your lordships 3 other partnerships that they both are doing together. He hasn't produced. Now, my lords, this 1065 which he's stating also is not a complete set. This form has a complete set of computation of the business transactions. How this loss that they're trying to portray is come into. They have produced on the next sheet, if your lordship sees, they have produced only schedule K1 in form 1065. There are multiple schedules for 1065 when you're filing under partnerships. They haven't produced. This is suppression of fact is what I'm trying to tell before this honorable court. And my lords, I have produced documents about Postal Inc. before your lordships on 10th of February 2025. This is a returns which is filed at the bottom, if your lords may kindly have, on page 47 at the bottom. Your lords will have, it is filed on 19/3/2025. After me producing substantial documents before the court about his earnings, which he had never disclosed. There has been continuous suppression, but it is never disclosed by this court. After me disclosing one by one documents, he just brings up with, again, suppressing only some material, and that also tampered materials. He says it's a confidential information, hasn't produced before this court. The next document that they've produced, I have already mentioned about these bank statements, because they had produced the exact same bank statements along with the affidavit that they produced last month, my lords. Another new document that they have produced is at page 62. In the affidavit, he says, if it's a partner at work, let's assume that my allegation that he's living with his paramour and paramour's kids, and because of whom he is not taking care of my children and me, even for a time being, my allegation be set aside. At page 62, again proves, and his own statement, why would any third party or a partner make a trust and make you as a trustee for their daughters and to be given? Is it something any layman would do? Now I will prove before your lords how this is also a suppressed partial document. If your lords may kindly have my document which I submitted on 9/7 pertaining to this property. First of all, he's not disclosed this all through. When he is a trustee of something, in Rajneesh versus Neha, it categorically talks about all things. He's not mentioned that. My document, page 156, my lords, document number 8.
In which writ?
Document that I produced on
petition or
9/7/2025.
A writ petition or your writ petition?
Because we've put always connected with, both are connected, so I believe it would be in 18607 only, my lord, because that is connected with dated 9/7/2025 that I've produced before your lords. The huge bunch of documents that I produced, my lords.
What is the date?
In that, at page 156. That is where I produced about this particular property, where now they claim that he's just a trustee, he has no right. Document number 8, page 156.
Your photograph is there.
You got, my lords?
A photograph is there, a house.
And details are also there at the bottom, my lords. I have categorically told it is owned by Sanjay Gupta and 11151 Yellow Leaf Way Land Trust. I never denied about this existence of a trust. I am trying to say he is part of it. He owns it. He is equally owner there. Well, that's why they do trust in the US, just to ensure, because what happens is the laws are so stringent that, let's say some tenant lives there or some mishap happens, if some injury or an accident that take place, they will sue the person individually when they are owners of that property individually. So when it is in the trust name, it will be against the trust and the representative will appear before the court. So what happens when it is in the own name, there will be a lot of issues in terms of work there, because they're all 90% of them are immigrants. So they want to ensure that they are safe. So every other person does this. This is a very normal, ordinary thing to do, trust of properties which they want to rent out, especially which they want to rent out. Those which they own and which they use for themselves, they do not form it as a trust. But those which they have used it for investment purpose, they always prefer doing a trust, because somebody else is used and something happens, then a case will be filed against them. So these are the documents that they've produced, and these documents are nowhere as per the directions of this honorable court. A categoric directions were given to furnish all details about these transactions. So he claims in his affidavit, he's received 2 crores. Now, where is this 2 crores? He's not produced any document. There is a statement saying 35 lakhs is in cash, another 1,65,000 is in cash and online. Where are these transactions? Now, my lords, in his affidavit, he states that because I was laid off on 2nd of November 2022, I had no option but to sell these properties in December and February. My contention and my statement before this honorable court is, all the joint properties that were there in both their names, he converted most of them into individual names. In fact, these 2 properties were also purchased. I've already produced your lordships those documents where he sold the joint properties and picked up properties in individual name and then sold these properties. So technically, other than the 2 properties that he stated in an affidavit, every other property in India he sold. Now, in this affidavit, he again vaguely makes to state certain things. He says in the last para that the property which he was receiving rent until January, he now says that is in possession of the respondent. Just speaking in the air. For the last 5 years, he's been receiving the rents. And now when it's vacant, he just says that she has the possession and she's in the custody. My lord, she doesn't even have the new set of locks that was there. He forcibly took the possession of that 3 years ago, and he's been renting out, and he was receiving 40,000 rent from that, and he was paying the maintenance. He was not paying anything from his pocket from the US. even though he was earning almost to the tune of 58 lakhs per month while he was working in the US. Here is a conduct of the party which is absolutely questionable. I have produced one document before your lords. If your lords may kindly look, what am I trying to extract from the transaction is this entire is the bank statement extracts that I've pulled out. My lords, this land in Tamil Nadu was initially picked up by a group of people and later a sale deed was done in respect of three particular people.
That property is in his individual name.
Property, my lords?
Was in his individual name.
It was in his individual name. So he sold one joint property and picked up an individual name, and I've produced the joint property which they were owning and the sale deed of that also. In 2013, when he started living with his paramour in the US, he started making all arrangements and ensured that the wife and the children suffer. And the children and wife are suffering. In fact, on the last affidavit, your lordships had read that when my children need, I will provide. When that is how his statements are. In fact, he's lied before this honorable court by producing one receipt telling that I have paid the EMI. When I have produced the document before your lordships, that particular month which he's produced as that he's paying EMI of the children.
I remember all those arguments. Now anything further you
In this, my lords, I only want to show the transactions in this, my lords, which is from the extract of their sale deed itself. I mean, their assets and liabilities. Kindly look into the dates of these transactions, my lords. 15/9/2022, 15/9, 17/9, 23/11, 22/11, 23/11. My lords, all these transactions stops on 6/3 because 7/3 is that sale agreement that takes place. There has been transactions in respect of the sale of this property right from September. He's claimed in his affidavit even now and earlier that he sold these properties only because he lost his job and he could not survive. He's been suppressing facts left, right, and center before this honorable court without having any regard to these courts, or even though this court gave 3 opportunities, not just one. This is the 3rd affidavit that is being filed. Again, suppression. In first affidavit, he says, I'm the owner of so-and-so and I have invested 3 lakhs. $3 lakh if you have invested, how can you be owner of only 25%? The setting up of the franchisee itself, I have produced before your lordships the website's proof itself, where Postal Annex has put up a statement as to how much expenditure would incur for setting up one postal link, which is between $240,000 to $330,000, depending upon how big it is. When he invests 3 lakhs, how can he be only 25% as they claim? And this is a document pertaining to, which is filed after me filing all the documents before this honorable court. How can it be believed? Nor he produced any bank statement in respect of how this 2 crores have come in. In fact, that's what, my lords, in the document that I've produced today, this total sums up to 2 crores 29 lakhs 85,000. I have made different people's, their names, the transaction dates, and the total amount.
Yes.
And my lords, as per assets and liabilities, he's supposed to furnish all the bank statement. He hasn't produced his Citibank bank statement. He hasn't produced his HSBC bank statement. And from his bank statement only, I'll prove that he has these banks, my lords. If your lords may kindly open one page in the assets and liabilities at page number 108.
Yes.
If your lords see at page 108, his assets and liabilities. at 108, my lords. Transaction dated 1/9/2022, NEFT, HSBC, Mr. Sanjay Gupta account, NEFT. Just below that, my lords, 1/9/2022, IMPS, mobile transfer to self, Sanjay Gupta, Citibank. He has not produced HSBC bank statements. He has not produced Citibank bank statements, and he's been transferring monies to those accounts.
Yes, what do you say?
Lord, the main contention is that I am avoiding, I'm suppressing. That what is important here to say is that what is her needs? What are the needs of the respondent and how much, what are my means and what are my expenses? Lord, admittedly, I am working and staying in America. I lost my job in November 2022. All my expenses, even to this day, is in dollars. So now both my daughters are there. Lord, the daughters did not come to whatever level. One is doing her medicine, another 3 years she'll be a doctor, qualified to start earning. The other daughter has completed her engineering. Even after she was more than 25 when she came there, my lord. I have paid for her for their travel, their residence. Lord, what I say the need, it is not because whenever they ask, I'm paying that amount. It is what is their need. Now she needed a home to stay, we have to pay for it. If there is a school provides, the college provides for residential boarding, it's different. It comes in the package. Otherwise, it's not. Now, for the transportation, what are their needs? These are the things that I have to pay. When they've taken when the loan was taken, till such time she started working. It's not her case that I was not paying. It's I am paying. Her own document says from when she started paying the interest or the loan. So the question is that I have not shirked my responsibilities towards the wife and children. Now the question is, now should I, because I was earning in dollars, what was my means? What was the needs? All this had to be taken. What is my expenditure? My lord, in my assets and liabilities, I've stated what are my assets and liabilities. But the question is, these allegations which they are saying, my lord, what are her needs? From the needs, if we are able to come to a conclusion, now your lordship may kindly permit me to take her document where she said, I need so much money in her. She says, I require 2 lakhs. Now, is this not, this is a document filed by her in an affidavit. Now, is she not inflating her demands, my lord? This statement that she's made herein is that, where's that IA? Page Annexure G at 112. Yes. Lord, the needs means just because I am earning in the dollars, I do not have to pay in dollars. That is the judgment of the court. So, not. This is what I want to place on record, and your lordship is fully aware of this. My lord. Yes. Even Rajesh versus Neha also says the same thing, my lord.
Please refer to first Rajesh versus Neha. Which paragraphs you are relying on? In Rajesh versus Neha, which paragraphs you are relying on?
Lord, what are we looking into the quantum of maintenance, my lord? How do we arrive at the quantum of maintenance? Criteria for determining quantum of maintenance.
Paragraph
80.
80,
my lord, at internal page 372 of the judgment, my lord. I'm not sure what is the page number, my lord. The financial capacity of the husband. Lord, they are looking into the factors. I'll read 78 also. The factors which should weigh 78 criteria for determining quantum of maintenance. The objective of granting interim or permanent alimony is to ensure that dependent spouse is not reduced to destitution or vagrancy on account of the failure of marriage and not as a punishment of the spouse. There's no straitjacket formula for fixing the quantum of maintenance to be awarded. The factors which should weigh with the court, inter alia, are the status of the parties, reasonable needs of the wife, dependent children, and whether the applicant is educated, professionally qualified, whether the applicant has an independent source of income is sufficient to enable her to maintain the same standard of living, and as she is accustomed in a matrimonial home, applicant is employed prior to marriage, etc. Her needs, my lord. What are the needs and what are the, whether the wife was required to sacrifice her employment opportunities for nurturing their family, children, family, child rearing and looking after adult members of the family, reasonable cost of litigation for non-working wife. In Manish chain, that is regarding the applicant was working, my lord. An order of interim maintenance is conditional and circumstances that the wife or husband who makes a claim has no independent income sufficient for her or his support. It's no answer to claim a maintenance that wife is educated and could support herself. The court must take into consideration status of the parties and capacity of the spouse to pay his or her support. Maintenance is dependent upon factual situations. Court should mold the claim for maintenance based on various factors before it. On the other hand, financial capacity of the husband, his actual income, reasonable expenses for his own maintenance, dependent family members whom is obliged to maintain under the law, liabilities, if any, would be required to be taken into consideration to arrive at the appropriate quantum of maintenance to be paid. The court must have due regard to the standard of the living of the husband, as well as spiraling inflation rates and high cost of living. The plea of the husband that he does not possess any source of income ipso facto does not absolve him of his moral duty to maintain his wife if he is so able-bodied and has education qualifications. A careful and just balance must be drawn between all relevant factors. The test for determination of maintenance in matrimonial dispute depends upon the financial status of the husband, standard of living of that of the applicant was accustomed in a matrimonial home. The maintenance amount award must be reasonable and realistic and avoid either of the two extremes. Maintenance awarded to the wife should not either be extravagant, which becomes oppressive and unbearable for the respondent, nor should it be a meager that it drives the wife to penury. Sufficiency of the quantum has to be adjusted so that the wife is able to maintain herself with the reasonable comfort. Then they've gone into the other judgments, my lord.
Then in the very same judgment, where the Honorable Apex Court has observed about what are the documents to be filed and about the suppression.
And 9, my lord, directions are used for that.
109,
striking out the defense. Now where it is towards the end, my lord. Striking out defense. Enforcement.
That's with regard to the enforcement of maintenance of orders. With regard to the statement of objections, statement of assets and liabilities, non-disclosure of the same.
Adverse inference have to be drawn.
That is one aspect.
Yes, my lords.
About
And the defense have to be struck down.
that is with regard to the execution also.
In fact, my lords, your lordships must note that the application for maintenance, which is under challenge by both of us, was filed in 2019 July. They filed their objections to this application as early as 2019 August. But they did not file the assets and liabilities which came in 2020 November, Rajneesh versus Neha's judgment, and the order was passed only in 2022. For almost 2 years, they did not file their assets and liabilities. And my lords, this order, interim order, was passed on 4th August 2022. I immediately approached before this honorable court and filed my petition, which is writ petition 21376 of 22. But he files his petition only after almost a lapse of 1 year, and after he sold all the properties, and after he resigned from his job or whatever that layoff, because there was issues that he was doing simultaneous business relating to the same company, and therefore he was laid off, which was on 16/8/2023. After a lapse of 1 year, he files this as a writ petition. Only here he discloses his assets and liabilities. Before this court, back to back, within a month, he can send two affidavits, but he could not send assets and liabilities for 2 years, from 2020 to 2022. That's the conduct of the party herein.
Any other judgments?
No, the other two judgments are with regards to the earlier judgment of the Supreme Court, my lord, that it should not be extortionist, the amount that has to be.
Delhi High Court 1,
Delhi High-
76, paragraph number
the Supreme Court, 1997, volume 7, that is page paragraph 8, that is the,
No, like who gave these judgments? You only gave, but these are all High Court judges.
para 8, my lord.
May I kindly make only two
Amount of maintenance fixed for the wife in para 8.
Paragraph number 8.
8. The amount of maintenance fixed for the wife should be such as she can live with reasonable comfort considering the status and mode of life she was used to when she lived with her husband. And at the same time, the amount so fixed cannot be excessive or extortionate. In the circumstance of the present case, we fix the maintenance as so and so. Lord, here, my lord, in her own application, she says that I require so much. 2 lakhs is what she has made a demand. Now, in her affidavit, she says in page number 119 of her application,
Ask me to come forward.
in para 21, she says, my monthly expenses is 5,000 for apartment maintenance, household help, phone, internet bill, water, electricity, food, eating outside, transportation for inclusive driver, petrol, annual car insurance, maintenance, 30,000. The rest of them, my lord, travel including vacation travel. Miscellaneous expenses 15, emergency savings 15, provident fund and insurance 36,000 rupees. So all this, my lord, anything above this 44,000 rupees is what she is saying is her needs. So therefore, in my objections, I've said I'm ready to pay 50,000 rupees. My lord, now, but that is when I was, my lord, it's true,
So
my
when
lord,
when she was asking 2 lakhs, she didn't say why she want 2 lakhs.
It is mentioned in the application.
What is it? What are your expenses according?
My lords, my application, if you lords may kindly see,
It's at page number, annexure
may I kindly request your lords to
G.
take
Annexure
page,
G, annexure G in my.
either my learned friend would submit on this or my
I am
application.
only
has-
doing on your application
Okay.
only.
So annual payments have also been added and then bifurcated. My lords,
Lord, she herself has stated elsewhere, my lord, that I do not have, not able to provide for the car driver, so I don't have. Once the children went away, my lord, the need of having a regular transportation on a regular basis, children were studying in the school, so therefore they needed a car driver.
Yes.
So all this have been reduced.
may I
You're
just
relying
make
on-
two
you're-
submissions,
You're
my
relying
lords?
on any judgments?
No, my lords,
Yes.
your lordships is aware of all those judgments. Two statements, one about working in the US and spending in the US in dollars. And so the World Bank has issued purchase power parity, and this purchase power parity every year there is a ratio as to $1 is equal to that particular country's, various countries, the World Bank releases. So as of today, it's about 24 rupees per dollar for Indian rupees. So I claim that he was earning $50,000 at that point of time, but in their affidavit itself, they say 42,900 USD dollars that he was earning, assuming $42,900 into 24 rupees also. Let's not convert it into the exact US itself. Let's take purchase power parity in India into 24 rupees, it will be 10,29,600. So out of this 10,29,600, he cannot afford to pay 2 lakhs for his wife, whom he deserted to live with his paramour and not paying for his children also. Out of this 10,29,000, all that he's doing is lavishly spend exclusive, amazing clothes and everything. We have already read your lordships as to how those expenses.
Yes.
Page number 112 in his assets and liabilities. It's the ICICI bank statement, my lords. In his assets and liabilities.
For all the documents that are filed, whatever the date, there should be a running page numbers so that it will be easy for the court.
No, it's difficult. Well, what has
Yeah, I
happened is
think-
that we have filed across over a number of days. Perhaps we should maintain that in our mind.
No, generally whatever like response, objections, again your response to that, everything runs in number. Then even if you file 1,000 pages also, it's fine. Now, when there are two writ petitions, I'm able to like not find out which page where
Then
it
the office have to intimate us also the exact page number so that, yeah.
is. The rules required and to be practically
I think that's a
followed.
good idea, my lords. Probably they can look into that.
Page number?
Page number 112, my lords, in his assets and liabilities. ICICI
And on
banks
which date?
filed at the time of petition.
19th August 2023. Lord, that was in 21376.
21376.
The assets and liabilities.
You said page number 100?
12, my lords.
Hmm. Hmm.
Is your lords having the bank statement of ICICI Bank? 112.
Which month?
Even if we compare the purchase power parity as the statement that they say, even though I claim $50,000 was his monthly salary, their salary that they claim also, if I convert the purchase power parity as per the World Bank as of today, it will come to 10 lakhs and odd. And he can't pay 2 lakhs to his wife. But he can live with his paramour, he can do partnerships with his paramour and spend horror.
Yes, please come.
Milord, the
Therefore, I humbly
allegation that
pray your
I
lordships.
am earning $48,000 is not correct, Milord. Now, I take your lordships to the annexure L in the writ petition 18607, where I've said, where did you get 48,000?
ನೀವೇ affidavit ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೀರಾ?
That was annual salary.
Where is that?
Monthly,
Hey,
which comes to about so and so.
No, you don't have any income according to you.
When I was retrenched from my job, annexure L, I have placed on record what was my, what was the payout to me on the date I lost my job, that month. So in that I made the statement that what is my salary. So therefore there is a mistake there, it was per annum.
Only for this case, let her stay back. Let her stay back. Only for this case, let her make a day after the show.
That has come in mistake of any retrenchment payments that are made. That is the amount that comes in here. So if you take this amount, it comes to only about $300,000 per annum, which comes to about 20,000. Now, if you take your lordship, the tax that he has to pay. Now, the council is conveniently forgetting the tax that he has to pay. 1,94,812. That is the amount of tax that goes.
No, who stopped you from saying exactly what is your salary instead of showing after you've been removed, laid off, what is the amount you have received? That cannot be your salary. What was your salary? You must be having an account. You must be having the details. While you were working, 2019 till 2022, you were working. So you must be having details of the bank statement.
I reduced this to show that it's around $300,000 as of the day I lost my job. As of the day I lost my job, that
$300,000 is per month. How much?
per annum.
Per month, how much it would be?
And out of that, I have to remove the taxes. I have to remove the taxes. If I remove the taxes of 1,94,000, that goes from there.
Then it is remaining is 2 lakh.
$20,000. $20,000 will come per month.
No.
Here we are not in this statement that 225,935, that is the salary. The rest of the amount is the leave encashment, the bonus, the paid time off, floating, all those payments are retrenched.
So you do not dispute the fact that you were in a very good position before you're removed from service or whatever or laid off, whatever it is, but you were earning very good salary, and you are.
One statement before this, they are trying to say that I'm trying to avoid taxes. I have taken every money on in vide, and all that I have received, whatever I have to pay taxes, I pay. Now, if there are splits that they have done, the purchasers have chosen to do it in that manner, and so I'm not responsible for that.
Agreed with the orders passed in I number 9 in MC number 1107 of 2018 dated 4th August 2022. Both the wife and husband are before this court. The husband's writ petition is WP number 18607 of 2023 and the wife's writ petition is 21376 of 2022. By order impugned, the court had granted maintenance of an amount of rupees 80,000 to the wife from the date of the petition till the disposal of the petition towards her interim maintenance. And the court has also directed to pay a sum of rupees 30,000 to the respondent towards one-time litigation expenses. The parties, both the wife and the husband had filed 2 MCs seeking divorce. The MC filed by the wife is MC number
110. That
One
is
month?
husband's. 110. That
One
is
month?
husband's, my lords.
husband is 1107.
Husband's is 1107 of.
It is the case of the wife that the marriage was solemnized on 10/7/1992 at New Delhi as per the, on 10/7/1992 at New Delhi as per the Hindu rites and customs. And out of the in the wedlock, they are blessed with 2 daughters who were born on 16/10/1993 and 5/9/1998. It is the allegation of the wife that the husband uh, is living with his paramour in his house at San Jose, California, USA. The family was staying in Bangalore, and the wife, the husband, for 6 months was in US and started residing with the lady. When the husband returned to India in between July and August 2015, at that point of time, she came to know about all this. And then the wife went to US and filed a petition seeking divorce. Husband has raised the objection and maintenance. Husband has raised the objection that the MC is not maintainable before the courts at US, and it's only the courts at India at jurisdiction. Then the court has held that only the courts at India have jurisdiction to deal with the same. Thereafter, these petitions came to be filed. It is a case that since November 2015, the husband was sending her 1,50,000. It is a case that till 2018 March, the daughter was residing with the wife at Bangalore and working for a company here. The daughter wanted to study in USA, had gone to live with the and his paramour. Thereafter, his conduct has become more dreadful. And also she has stated about what had transpired and it was by the daughter with the husband. And according to the wife, is having salary and benefits of about 1.55 crores. He has started with a salary and benefits of about 1.55 crores per year in 2015. The application is paid about 5. It must have been increased more. Details, given the details of the properties which the husband is having. And according to the wife, apart from she has given the details of 7 properties. And apart from the immovable properties in India, she also owns 5-bedroom, 3-bath house of 3,000 square yards at 2133 Hillston, Dr. San Jose. This first writ petition 18607, para 21 on her expenses. Now extract the expenses. Has given her expenses. The husband has filed his objections, stating that the amounts that are claimed are exorbitant. And according to him, his younger daughter is residing with him and pursuing her studies in medicine at University of California, Los Angeles. The elder daughter is an engineering graduate in computer sciences and is working in private company in Bangalore since 2016. Now she is joining University of Washington at Seattle to do her post-graduation in computer sciences. All expenses for studies and also hostel for both the daughters are being provided by him. According to him, the wife had never taken care of him while he was in India. And he also admitted about sending an amount of rupees 1,50,000 since November 2015. And also the add-on credit card access she was having. And also accepted that from 2016, he stopped the credit card and paying additional bills as he realized that the wife is extorting money from him. Properties that are mentioned or his self-acquired properties, and the wife has no share in those properties. The wife is residing in one of the apartment and 2 others are leased. There are loan outstanding on these 2 properties. And according to him, the wife do not require 2 lakh rupees. He is ready to pay the maintenance, but not at rupees 2 lakhs. The amounts that are claimed are exorbitant amounts. And when she has no responsibility of the children, how she wants those that amount is not stated. According to him, the amount of 2 lakhs that is claimed by the wife is on the higher side, and she do not require that much of amount as maintenance. The court, by order impugned, had granted the maintenance of 80,000 and the litigation expenses of 30,000. While granting the
My lords, there is and travel to the US twice. That has also been added in the order, my lords. At the bottom, if your lords have after that 80,000. Why is
when
it?
she was not working earlier, now at this age, it's quite difficult for her to get any job without work experience. Her both daughters are studying in USA. The wife, being mother, needs to visit them and stay there to spend quality time with them. And it's a duty of the husband to pay maintenance to the wife to lead dignified life like him. And looking at the social and economical status of the parties, court had granted the PASA impugned order. The agreed by the said order, initially, the wife had come before this court seeking enhancement of the maintenance amount. That is WP number 21376 of 2022, which was filed on 2020. When is the date?
21st October 2022, my lords.
21st October 20.
21st October 2022. Filing date. My
No. Where your grounds will start?
If your lords may kindly have at page 26, my lords, para number 38.
26.
Para number 38.
It's stated in the support of the grounds that the court had failed to consider the annual income of the husband and failed to grant the amount as claimed. And also the standard of living and the income of the husband ought to have been appreciated by the court. It is a wise case that the husband who has left the wife, deserted the wife and living with the paramour and living a comfortable life is bound to pay the maintenance to the wife from the date of the petition filed by the wife. Nearly after a year, that is WP number 18607 of 2023, questioning the impugned order whereby the maintenance is granted to her. It is a contention of the learned counsel that before this court, the husband has filed a statement of assets and liabilities and several facts were suppressed by the husband. It is submitted that before this court, it is this case that he lost his job in the year 2022 and he has been basing on the income is deriving from letting out a room in his house and also by giving his cars on rent, is eking out his livelihood. It is submitted that initially there are certain properties which are in the joint name and the husband, after selling away those property, as from the year 2015, that he is living with the paramour and he has an intention to leave the wife. He started selling the properties which are in the common name, which are in the joint name of both the parties. And from that, he has purchased the properties. From 19 to 23, he started selling those properties. And the house, which is in California, where it runs on the name of a trust and the house is in the name of the trust and the husband is a trustee. It is submitted that as per the judgment of the Honorable Apex Court in Rashi's versus Neha, even that details needs to be stated, which the husband had conveniently not brought to the notice of the court. It is submitted that he is having accounts in Citibank and also HDFC Bank.
HSBC, my lord.
HSBC Bank, and those bank statements are not placed before the court. It is submitted that when the husband says that he lost his job in the year 2022, and what is the date you said about that?
What is
the date of that contribution to some NRA, to some NGO?
NGO is in 2022, my lords. I'll tell the exact date. 11/10/2022. 11th October
11/10/2022. And according to him, he lost job on
2nd of November 2022.
2nd of November 2022. He pays an amount of rupees 75,000 to a NGO. Then council also placed some bank transactions to show that he's paying council submits that the 2 crore, the Switzerland council relying on the bank statement submits that to whom the property is sold is none other than the tenant, which clearly shows that even on that aspect also there is suppression of fact. Further, Land Council has drawn the attention to the documents and the affidavit that is filed by the husband pertaining to a sale transaction of an agriculture property in Tamil Nadu it is submitted that the property that is an extent of 9 acres and odd is sold for an amount of rupees 35 lakhs. But after about 15 days from the date of that transaction, for the standing crops in a dry land, that was sold for an amount of rupees 1 crore,
65 lakhs.
1 crore 65 lakhs. It is submitted that none of the transactions that was stated by the petitioner, by the husband, on the face of it, appears to be only for the purpose of created and for the purpose of evading the maintenance to the wife. It stated. It is also submitted that when this court has sought for information with regard to the businesses, he has disclosed the business pertaining to, what is that, postal franchise.
Only postal annex.
I'll record all your submissions because her petition is the first.
SNDK LLC. He's given explanation to all of it is in affidavit also, saying that I'm not doing any business anymore like that. One random statement is there in the earlier affidavit, but he has not produced before this. One is SNDK LLC.
LSE.
LLC.
Hmm. Another is?
The other which was pertaining to her, and I've produced SND Consulting INC.
SND Consultant INC.
My lords, the other one in my hand right now, I do not. These are the other ones.
So when these companies find a place in the order passed for this court, the husband ought to have responded to that, but by a general statement that he has not responded to the same. It is submitted that the only it is submitted that when the wife had filed a petition for divorce on the ground of cruelty, on the ground of adultery, and made the paramour as a party respondent, as a respondent number 2. Till now, they could not serve the notices on the paramour. And in these documents, in one document he says that he is, in the affidavit he says that he is a trustee to the particular, it's under the trust, and he's a trustee for a particular house in California, which it is submitted that throughout the conduct of the husband is clear that he intentionally, he has deceived the wife, and also having enough, before that, it is submitted that the postal, now it is submitted by an affidavit that the postal
Annex.
annex is like he's only 25% shareholding, and his partner, the paramour, is having 75% shareholding. And then council submits that, basing on the documents, how much money it requires to establish a postal annex. If it is a big size, it would be 3,000.
My lords,
You can shield it. It would be.
it will be a maximum of $3,49,830.
$3,49,830.
A minimum of $2,49,130.
Minimum of sales. It is submitted that according to him, he has invested an amount of rupees 3 lakh.
$3 lakh.
3 lakhs, and how he has become a partner of 25% share is also not known. It is submitted that they have submitted before this court the statements that are filed before the concerned departments of the years. Only one page is placed before the court. In fact, file is nothing but a suppression and misrepresentation of material facts. It is also submitted that in the light of the law laid down by the apex court, this is a fit case where perjury proceedings have to be initiated against the husband. It is further submitted that the wife is entitled for the maintenance as sought for at rupees 2 lakhs, and the writ petition needs to be allowed. Next part. Land counsel appearing for the respondent husband submits the petitioner, the no respondent, the land counsel for the husband submits that there is no suppression or misrepresentation of facts from by the husband at any point of time. In the earlier statement of assets and liabilities, he has stated about the transactions as those particular documents were not with him, the same were not filed before the court. It is submitted that the it is submitted that the husband from the month of October 2022, November 2022 is out of job, and he is not in a position, as he is not in a position to take care of himself. In spite of that, he is making all his efforts to eke out to earn some money, and in that process she cannot have the same expenditure. That is why before the court he has clearly stated that those expenditures are all the figures are are exaggerated and exorbitant figures. And thereafter in 2022 November he has lost his job, and in the present circumstances he is not in a position to pay the amounts. All the properties that are sold are his own properties, and the wife has she cannot find fault with any of the sales that are made by the husband. It is submitted that the husband has his own reasons to stay away from the wife. It is the contention of the learned counsel that at any point of time there are no suppression and misrepresentation of facts, and there is no reason for the husband to suppress the facts. The maintenance cannot be granted. While granting the maintenance, court has to look at the reasonable requirements of the wife, the income of the husband. On the first count, the expenses that are stated are not reasonable expenses, and the other end, the financial capacity of the husband is not such that he'll be able to take care of the needs of the wife. It is submitted that was not answering the call, and as per the instructions, the keys are with the wife. The keys are with the wife. It is submitted.
He's also not keeping well.
Huh?
Diabetic.
It is submitted that he is not keeping well, and because he lost a job and he has all these responsibilities and the disputes in the matrimonial life had led him, and he is suffering with different ailments, and even for that also
Depression also. Mentally he's not sound now that he's
depression, and he should have not complicated his life this much.
Unfortunately.
As it also led to depression, and in support of her case, she relies on the judgment in case of Rajneesh versus judgment of the apex court in case of Rajneesh versus Neha. 2021 2 SCC 324 page paragraph number 80. One minute. Paragraph number
78.
78, 78, 80, 81, 82, and also 84. And next, the other judgment is she is relying on Jaspir Kaur Sehgal was a district judge, the same Delhi High Court judgment reported in 2019 SCC online Delhi 770, reported in 2019 SCC online Delhi 7704. page number, paragraph number 10. Relying on these judgments, the payment of maintenance cannot be a punishment to the wife, to the husband, and it should be basing on the reasonable requirement and expenses of the wife. It is submitted that as husband is ready to pay 50,000.
40 is ordered, my lord.
40,
The 40 is, now I'm paying by way of.
40 he is paying now, and is at best he can pay another 10,000, 50,000 as maintenance.
The house to be permitted, to may need to lease the house. Now let's let her produce documents before this court to say that I have the possession. Just making allegations in the air.
The 50,000. And if the wife lets the husband to pay to lease the property, he'll be able to lease it and pay the rent to the wife. Submits that the order passed by the family court needs to be modified in the facts and circumstances of the case. Before that, in her contentions, land counsel submits that according to his earning, is earning 42,900 US dollars as on the date. Her contention, I'll record in her submissions, 42,900, and after the tax, he would be, he may be getting how many thousands? Less than 20,000. $20,000. You would be getting $20,000 per month. Between 18 and $20,000 per month. Into 24 is how much?
$20,000.
4 lakhs.
Into 24 is 4,80,000.
You will be getting 4,80,000 per month, even if that purchase power parity is looked at. Next, having heard the counsels on either side, there is the material on record. Where is order sheet?
With regards to the other businesses, I have placed on record that I'm not doing the business.
In the present affidavit?
Previously, previously I find.
No, I have asked you, particularly she has raised all the contentions. I said on all the business, whatever the wife is referring to.
I've already stated.
Yes.
In the, what she filed on, recently the document that was filed on 9/7. On 9/7, what was filed, I have placed it on record. On 9/7, everything.
Heard the land councils.
But the,
on either
regarding
side.
the other businesses, SJ, other SDN, etc., I have already placed on record.
It is land council in her contentions with regard to the other businesses, though in the present affidavit it is not stated. In the earlier affidavit, it is categorically denied by the husband.
Broker, this is the kind of explanation for those businesses.
He already stated. What did you write? Any business, the same is disputed by the land counsel for the respondent or for the wife, stating that the having when in the earlier affidavit, when an evasive statement was given by the husband, the wife had pointed out, and that's why the court in the next order had directed the husband to specifically advert to the same, but in spite of the same, there is no response. Next slide. Having heard the counsels on either side, there is a material on record. The wife had filed the petition seeking maintenance of an amount of rupees 2 lakhs. Earlier payment with regard to the undisputed facts of the husband is staying in the US, the wife and the children are staying in India initially. The wife for some time as he is working there is in US and coming back to India and staying with the family. It is a case of the wife that in the year 2015, she came to know that looking at the passport and what the children have observed, that the father is, the husband is living with somebody else. Then the disputes have started. And the manner in which the properties are sold, it shows that right from the year 2015, after 2015 till 2022, several properties are sold. According to the husband, those on the ground of adultery, making her as a second respondent in the said MC. The husband also filed an MC seeking divorce on the ground of cruelty. Very, very interesting thing in this case, in this case is that when the husband says before the court that both according to him a partner, according to the wife a paramour, they're owning a house, living jointly, and he becomes a trustee of the property which the lady owns, and she is not served with the notice right from 2018.
Many things are made across the table with, not even in the pleading, not in the pleading.
That is my
Contention
submission
is
before
notice-
this honorable
No,
court.
Notice is not served.
I have a right to
It's
make a
fact.
submission before this honorable court.
Way to serve the notice.
No, I'm not saying anything. That's what our contention. Because when you are before the court and when you are saying that you are living with her, how can the notices be not served?
It's for them to take off notice. What has to be done? Whether she
No,
comes
it
or
is the
not.
conduct of the party. It
I
is the
want to bring the
conduct of
She's
party.
served, she's not represented. It has been served. Not
Served by,
represented.
served by whom?
No, according to their own documents, tell them to verify and see that they have been served.
My lords, even the matter was listed last week for summons to respondent number 2. In fact, I made a categoric submission before this honorable court that other connected matters before this court, and that will wait because there is a stay in that matter, my lords. One matter that both the matters were, yes, my lords.
With all this that is,
Yes, my lords.
with all this that is filed before this court, that saying that they're staying in the same house, that she is a partner to this person and all. No, he is appearing before the court.
He's appearing.
So let you come, you inform to the court that what is to be done now. That when he has to inform it to her. Let him inform and it's for her, and he can whatever email and all from her to him or something.
Fine, my lords.
Because,
I'll do. In
is
fact, it
not
is
that
listed
has to
tomorrow.
Directly go to her. Now, when there is a clear admission saying that about the relation, because people cannot take the process of the court like this. From
My lords,
2018
these
to
admissions have come only in writ petitions. These admissions haven't come in the trial court. There has been no admission about they both living together and all those things. I have made those statements.
No, sorry, read the objection. They said, well, we are saying that we won't jointly by both of us. I own only
2000,
half.
2018. All these factors,
What you want to say.
all these factors, this particular fact, well, it strengthens the case of the wife, about the evasive nature of the husband. Even before this court also, this court has as many on on 18/6/2025, this court has passed an order. Extract that order. Then basing on that, an affidavit is filed before this court as per the order passed by this court. Wherein the husband at paragraph number 3 says that he has not suppressed any of the facts. Then in paragraph number 4, it is stated that he had sold the property for a consideration of 4,20,000 by sale deed dated 15/12/2022, and he had paid 2% brokerage and other incidental expenses for the sale of his property. It is stated that he could not file those documents for that. So the error in the previous affidavit is regretted, and he has apologized for the mistake. And then at paragraph number 5, he says that he do not own any property bearing number 1151 Yellow Leaf Way. That Ms. Deepika Chopra got this property as alimony from her ex-husband, and that he had purchased this property.
That's their allegation.
That the petitioner has purchased the property. Those allegations are false, and he has not purchased the property. She has, in fact, Deepika Chopra has created an assignment of beneficial interest in trust. And he says that he invested in one franchise and paid money for this new franchise. The partner has purchased one franchise in August 24 and another one recently in 30th June 2025. But these two units, she has made the payments and not the, but not the petitioner, but not the husband. And all locations are under the same company. According to him, he's not the said three franchises are running in losses and would take some more time for him to get any profit from that. Then at paragraph number 10, he has stated about the house, 2 flats in Bangalore, and how the other one is vacant is in possession of the wife. And according to him, he is, and paragraph number 11, he is not spending on Deepika Chopra as she is gainfully employed. And in fact, she is supporting him since he lost his job. And he continued to support the two daughters' education and other needs as and when the need arises and as they request him. He's living in this hope. And anyhow, the franchise work keeps him engaged and helps him address the depression and regain his health. This is the affidavit that is filed before this court. This court, right from the beginning, what the earlier orders that are passed from today, when the Honorable Apex Court in Rajneesh versus Neha. Where is that affidavit? That also I'll extract. Before this, another affidavit is filed wherein
One is called as a rejoinder, my lords. One is called as
that's dated.
rejoinder is filed in April.
The earlier to the order, as per the order dated. Pursuant to which order this is filed?
First order. So, my lords, what happened was they served me the copy in April. The matter did not reach, but I think the rejoinder was filed before your lordships only in June.
Wait. I'm talking about the affidavit that has been filed.
Affidavit
One second.
Which this affidavit is dated. You must have mentioned about the
One-
court order in this.
So that order was passed on 18/6, madam.
No.
18/6 first order was given.
For an 18/6/22.
30th June, it bears the
This affidavit which I have referred is filed on 1/8/2025. 1/8/17, but it's written as 1/8/2025 is affidavit.
My lords,
1/8 is yesterday, madam, 2 days back. 1/7.
may I?
No, I'm talking about the
The one which we filed today
is
is 1/8.
1/8. Before that,
Previous one there, madam.
May I submit, my lords?
one minute.
I will clear the confusion, ma'am. My lords, just one second, so that your lords is aware of it. I filed one list of documents in February on 10/2/2025. For that, they have filed a rejoinder for the entire petition, which is served to me in April, but it was filed before this court only in June. The affidavit of
one
that.
minute. Looking at the order sheet, it will be clear. No, first of all, one order was passed on 18/6/2025.
That 18/6 affidavit.
One minute. Basing on the affidavit, further orders will be passed. List these matters on 3/7. So in the month of July, you must have filed something.
Yes, that
That's
is
stated?
notarized on.
I'm saying now that is notarized on 30th June.
Huh.
I filed it on maybe on this third, sorry, 3/7, not 3/7, I I requested for time on
Huh.
9/7.
Yeah, on 3, no, earlier I have referred to an order, 1 minute. Earlier to an order, 18/6/2025 I have referred. For that, as per the order of the court, an affidavit is filed on 186 only your file. Fifteen four 9/7/2025.
Yes, 9/7
It
days.
appears to be this, your documents, 9/7 or all your documents.
Even 9/7 they filed. In fact, my lords, 9/7 they filed. I appeared through VC that day. I was 5 minutes late and the matter was listed the following day. That is 9/7.
Just in, on 9/7/2025, an affidavit is filed before the court. The extract that you show it to me, take that 9/7. Thereafter, on 9/7/2025, certain documents are filed by the wife. Basing on that, another order is passed by this court on 10/7/2025.
No, my lords. Mine is dated 9/7, but I filed it before the court on 10/7 and 10/7 itself this court.
10/7/2025, basing on those documents, this order is passed. Basing on that said order, this 18885 affidavit is filed before, the counter affidavit is filed before this court. Before this court. The,
1/7.
what is that?
Affidavit, the previous affidavit I asked it on.
Give that. He has invested 3,000, 3 lakh dollars in business, in franchise agreement, postal annex, courier company. And he has no income from the same. Balance sale consideration of an amount of rupees this is $1,61,000 was with him. And he has taken care of his living expenses. Purchase of the car itself, he paid rupees 35,000 in the past 1 year, and this amount is getting depleted. And he lost his job in the month of November 2022. And he could not get any other job. And he was getting $1,700 by renting out the cars. The car met with an accident, and he has no income from that. And he has no income from the business Harmonia Estates. He has nothing to do with the company S&D Consultant Inc. He is not managing the aforementioned business. He has no income from the business. And he has stated about taking loan for his daughter. And he has paid the interest component for about 2 years from the date of the loan. And he mentions about her place and purchase required furniture and other household essentials for the younger daughter. And this was done 3 to 4 times. Yes. What is that before this? What I'm saying before extracting all this? Not from these contents. Before that, I was dictating something. No. Without before, the conduct or something, I was saying.
Your lordships had stopped at, it is interesting to note that about the relationship.
It is interesting to note that when in the petition that's filed, when the husband says so many things, when the husband says about, takes the name of the lady and submits about the joint business, the joint properties, the trust, And learn counsel for the learn counsel the wife submits that. Till now she is not served. Learn counsel appearing for the husband submits that something that is stated across the bar cannot be considered. And if the notice is not served, there is a procedure. The conduct of the wife, husband from the year 2015 till now, and the facts that are narrated, and the facts which are according to the husband, he has not suppressed, but from time to time, the affidavits that are filed, the vague affidavits, certain vague statements that are made, and even I'm not on that for even on your own.
All these are matters for evidence that they.
Your own statement, I'm looking at your own affidavit. I'm not looking at what she's saying. Your own affidavit, one affidavit, you will say this is the amount that fetched. In one affidavit, you say, because when you're filing a document before the court on affidavit, you have to be very careful.
Therefore, my lord, there is an apology that's made when I filed.
Not about that. Now, in one say, no, I'm not about the documents also. In one, you say 2 lakh, 4 lakh, 35 lakhs, 10 lakhs, where will they go? We don't know.
Document is there, my lord. The documents are there.
Affidavit, when you are saying, you have to say the facts.
Therefore, my lord, in the second affidavit, I had mentioned, my lord, that there is an error on our part, we could not get the documents. All the documents are placed on record.
There are
There
variations.
will not be any.
There are several variations in the statements that are the whole purpose and purport for
Also
which
apologize for not placing the document, and now the document will speak for itself. What it is.
statement of for filing an affidavit of statement of assets and liabilities. There is a purpose. What was the confusion, and what was the and the time that consumes, and the time that consumes for the courts, and all the guesswork that has to be done by the court, and the series of litigation that is emanating from these proceedings. To put an end to all this, the Honorable Apex Court in Rajneesh versus Neha has elaborately discussed and also that's why an affidavit was directed to be filed containing the statement of assets and liabilities, so that if any party that comes to the court with unclean hands will be paying the price for the same. When a party is coming to the court and seeking a particular relief, as in this case, when the petitioners come before the husband come before the court and seeking a particular relief of divorce, when the wife also wants which court is this? 2018 not pending, or is pending in which court?
Second additional.
Second edition.
In fact, they're giving just one week's second additional family court.
Not before this court. Her husband has approached the court seeking divorce, and the wife also sought for divorce. It's an admitted fact that the notice is not served. According to the learned counsel for the husband says that the husband has nothing to do with the service of notice on the second respondent. According to the learned counsel for the wife, the matter listed
Tomorrow, my lords.
having sufficient means. When he filed his objections before the court, he accepts what is the amount that is paid till 2015, what is the amount that is paid till 2016, and he voluntarily accepts that he stopped the payment. According to him, as the wife is exorbitantly asking the husband,
So the children moved away, that's the reason.
exorbitantly, and according to the wife, as according to him, he's pressurizing her to give the divorce. In that process, he has cut all the expenses. The whole purpose of granting interim maintenance is visualizing this kind of a calamity where even if the wife alone wants divorce and she is not in a position to is not position to maintain herself, as either the divorce as acceptable or not acceptable to the other party. One of the parties shall not be put to any kind of inconvenience, and the right to life and liberty is taken care of. Right to life is taken care of. Then thereafter, there is the judgments of the Honorable Apex Court on the several judgments of the Honorable Apex Court, and even in Rajneesh versus Neha, also records about the financial capacity of the parties and how the wife should be continued to. In these circumstances, this court do not want to, this court do not find any reasons to consider the case of the husband and reduce the maintenance. Then coming to the case of the wife, about seeking the amounts that are stated. In these particular facts and circumstances, this court is inclined to allow the petition that is filed by the wife and increase the maintenance from modify the order of the family court, and an amount of rupees 80,000 maintenance is enhanced to 2 lakhs. Further, the trial court, with regard to the service of notice to the second respondent in the MC that is filed by the wife, in the light of the submissions that are made and the documents that are placed before the court with regard to the relationship of according to the husband, that is a partner and they're having the properties, the joint properties, the court shall take appropriate steps and see that the notice is served in what